So the news has just dropped that Cardinal George Pell has been convicted of sexually assaulting two choir boys. And as expected, the reaction has been mixed. People are either celebrating or lamenting the fact. And I'm seeing post after post of people not believing the verdict and sort of protesting against it. This makes me sick. I mean, you look at the church and the history of the church and what has happened time and time again in that church. It's fairly clear that there's a systemic problem with sexual assault and things of this nature. So why are we surprised when someone as high up as Pell gets done? I'm surprised that from a more skeptical perspective, that this verdict was handed down because, there's been a history of cover-ups and moving priests and people in positions of power around as opposed to them facing any form of punishment. So my view is that hopefully it's different. I mean, as you can tell, this obviously hits a nerve because I've been a victim of sexual assault myself. And I couldn't imagine what the people that he's victimized have been feeling and are feeling right now. And, who knows if or how many other people have been involved in this. And for everyone that has been sexually assaulted by someone that they thought they could trust, not that there's degrees to any of this, but I just couldn't imagine trusting a spiritual leader and then that person turning around and sexually assaulting you. It's an absolute abuse of a position of power. It's not, it's one thing for it to happen, and it's a whole nother thing for it to happen by someone that is claiming to be a spokesperson for God, right? It's one of those Orwellian moments in which, the thing that you're projecting to be, you are the exact opposite, right? It's just disgusting. I'm lost for words because it blows my mind that there can be such a push for people to seek justice and to push for punishment, but when it's one of their own, they push back. I've just seen an article by Miranda Devine, who, despite only knowing Pell a little bit, doesn't believe that he could be guilty of doing what he's been found guilty of doing. So, I mean, yeah, there's going to be a level of people that believe and disbelieve, but when the evidence stacks up and when it's such a high stakes thing, this lady's now putting her reputation on the line behind someone who's been found guilty of sexually assaulting two people. Is that something you really want to be doing? Is that something you actually really believe? What's the back motive there? I don't know. I know that this video is rambling, but I guess it's just hit an emotional chord, and I wanted to reach out to anyone that's been a victim of sexual assault and say, people are here, people are with you, people understand, and we've been there. And not that it means anything from me, but I'm sorry that you've had to feel what you felt and go through what you've gone through. Please feel free to reach out and connect, and I strongly advise seeing a therapist and speaking to someone that's a trained professional that can help you work through the impact, because from my experience, it's a long and slow journey. There is a road to redemption, and there is a road back to trust and healing and growth and all that sort of stuff, but it requires a long-term approach, and it requires professional help. And I'm saying this just as a way to suggest that it's helped me, and it may help you as well. But also reach out to people online, reach out to people in person, comment to me privately, that sort of stuff. So anyway, with that in mind, I'm going to sign off now. If you've got something you want to say or add to this, please do. It just, like I said, it just sickens me.